You know, it's crazy. Baker Mayfield and this offense on Tampa Bay, they have just like flipped the switch. They've honestly flipped the switch, dude, and it's wild to me. And I say that, right? And I understand during the course of this year, they haven't had Chris Godwin. They haven't had Mike Evans, future Hall of Fame wide receiver. Hell, Egbuka, like he turned up. Egbuka turned up, and he's a rookie this year. Even he got hurt at a certain point in the season. But like if you look at the team, dude, there was a part where it was just Baker and Egbuka, right? And Irving. I know Irving got hurt as well. And they were turning up, and then Irving got hurt, and then it was just Egbuka and Baker, and even with just those two and a couple other of their guys, like the offense was still playing good. Like Baker was still playing like an MVP player, despite having all of his weapons out there. And that's honestly why people were talking about him like he could be in the MVP conversation, right? Because at one point, Baker Mayfield was. But for whatever reason, this offense just lost their mojo. Yo, you're not subscribed? Come on, man. Why you not subscribed? Be sure to drop a like on this video as well while you're at it. And be sure to follow me on Instagram. Drop any topic of discussion, any question in there. We can make a video on it. Even if you have a player, we can do some film review on them as well. All right, now let's get back to the video. And I mean, let's be real. I say that, but any team that's missing all of those guys, when you have that many starters, and that's a lot of star power between those players too, it's going to affect any offense. But the weird part about it is, like I said, Baker had those guys out and he was still looking insane. Like Baker Mayfield was just pulling off some insane freaking victories, right? And the offense was still explosive despite all those guys being out. But for whatever reason, man, they've just lost their spark. They've lost their spark. And it's almost as if Liam Cohen being out finally started to catch up to the offense. That's honestly what it feels like. Like even Baker, dude, if you watch some of these games like post New England, like he just did not look on point. Like some of his passes were inaccurate, high passes, right? And we all know Baker. Like Baker is a gun slinger. Like that dude can get the ball to anywhere on the field. And he's like super mobile. He's tough. He's tough to bring down. But for whatever reason, the offense has just lost their spark. And that's why they're sitting where they're sitting right now with Carolina up. Now I know they do play Carolina again, so Tampa Bay could still get into the playoffs. So we're not counting them out. We're not talking that crazy, right? Like they definitely could still get in. But I just feel like the offense has lost their mojo. And I feel, like I said, Liam Cohen being out, maybe that's just caught up to him because for whatever reason, I'm just not getting it. And I mean, did you watch them in that game a couple weeks ago or whatever versus Atlanta? When they lost that game and Mike Evans lost his shit, rightfully so. I agree. Dude, you come back off an injury. You're trying to compete. You're trying to get into the playoffs. Your team loses like that. And it's just like, holy shit, man. Like, what happened? What happened with MVP Baker Mayfield? And I know he's been, I'm pretty sure Baker's dealing with an injury. Isn't he dealing with the shoulder injury? His left? I could be wrong, but I swear it was his left shoulder. That's also probably affecting him too. So I'm not going to sit here and put it all on Baker. Like, oh my God, he just turned into garbage. You know, he's playing like garbage. What happened to Baker? Baker is still an extremely talented quarterback. That's not what I'm saying. But something's happened with this offense. And we're gonna have to see in these next couple weeks. But if the offense looks whack and they miss out on the playoffs, it's like, what are the conversations in the offseason? I don't know, man. I don't know.